Hi there everybody, it's the frickin' weekend, and happy new RPG news. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, from 3 new Persona games in development, to an Eiyuden Chronicles sequel, to that Lost RPG series coming back. But first, before we get to all those different stories, plus a whole lot more, let's have a word from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by Grand Soul Story, available over on Steam right now. This is an SNES-styled indie cyberpunk RPG featuring non-linear character-driven storytelling, as well as multiple endings, handcrafted NPC interactions, and meaningful character development. Not only that, but this was all created by one single developer, and it features an original score with over 40 compositions. Also, it's Steam Deck compatible. So if you like what you see, please be sure to click the links below for purchase and add it to your wish list today. And now, let's get on back to the news. First things first, I just want to give you guys a reminder about some expos that I am going to be at. I'm actually going to be at 2 different expos now. The first one, I'm going to be there on April the 27th here in Las Vegas. This is called the Level Up Expo. So if you happen to live here, or if you're visiting here, or if you're coming here for whatever reason, you live close by, whatever, come to the Las Vegas Convention Center and you will see me there. I am strictly a guest at the at this expo. It's the first time I've ever been to anything like this, so I don't really know what to expect. I really have no idea what it's all about, but I just think that it'll be a fun time, and I am totally looking forward to going. Now, this next one, I'm going to be there on both June the 8th and the 9th, and this is in the Pasadena Convention Center, and this is the SoCal Gaming Expo, and I am a little special guest of honor. Actually, if you go down here to the guests and you scroll, there I am. Yes, I am actually there. I am on their webpage, like I can't even stand it. So I am going to be at the SoCal Gaming Expo on June 8th and 9th. And it's supposed to be like a whole bunch of like retro game shopping and stuff like that. And there's nothing better than shopping, especially if you're retro game shopping. I just like shopping in general. It's a lot of fun. So this should be a whole lot of fun. I cannot wait to go. If you live in Pasadena or the LA area, Southern California, whatever, then be sure to stop by. And if you see me, come over and say hi. Let's talk Square Enix. They hope to develop Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 in about 3 years. The entirety of the main story has now been completed, and voice recording could start very soon. It says here that these come out of the Ultimania book, and it's been translated, and it says that Naroma reportedly said that the third game's main story has fully been completed, and he thinks that voice recordings could start in the near future. He also said that they raised the possibility of including something new and important in the game too that didn't happen in the original. I wonder what that could possibly be. Maybe somebody died in part 2 and you couldn't revive them in the last disc, but maybe now they'll let you revive that person. That would be a new and important addition. Seems like a no-brainer to me. So, it says, with about a year spent working on the Intergrade, Kitase said Square Enix managed to make Rebirth in about 3 years, partly thanks to employee retention. By retaining much of the same team for the third game of the series too, he reportedly hopes to complete the final part of the trilogy in a similar timeframe. That means that Square Enix could be targeting a 2027 release for the game, when the original Final Fantasy VII will be celebrating its 30th anniversary. So yeah, that's like perfect timing right there. So yeah, very much looking forward to this, getting the entirety of the trilogy kind of done and behind us so that they can move on to maybe remaking something like Final Fantasy VI. PlayStation Plus Extra is losing 7 Final Fantasy games and 18 other titles. I do not care about the other titles, but I do care about the Final Fantasy titles right here. It says they are set to leave the lineup on May the 21st, so you have quite a bit of time to play these various games until they are getting removed. The titles that are going are Final Fantasy VII, 8 Remastered, 9, 10 and 10-2 HD Remastered, 12 The Zodiac Age, 15 Royal Edition, as well as World of Final Fantasy. So if you have this service and you're paying for it and you want to play these games and you haven't yet, now is the time to do so. And the Xbox giveth as the PlayStation taketh away. So Xbox Game Pass is adding Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes among other games. It says available day 1 with Game Pass. Gather your allies for Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes, the grand JRPG adventure. Assemble your 6-party team from a cast of over 100 heroes and shape your destiny in this lush, handcrafted 2.5D world brimming with war, intrigue, and magic. Manage your town of vibrant characters, play delightful minigames, and prepare for an unforgettable narrative of boundless charm. And by the way, folks, this little thing right here I have had for quite a bit of time. It came in early in the mail, so do look forward to some Eiyuden Chronicles coverage in this coming week. And speaking of Eiyuden Chronicle, there is a sequel planned! Woohoo! It says, we are moving forward with the sequel, the studio says. This came during a Reddit AMA Ask Me Anything held earlier this week. I am shocked that I even know what AMA means, but hey, whatever. It says, asked if the recent death of Suikoden creator and Eiyuden Chronicle 100 hero scenario writer Murayama has put any potential plans for a sequel on the back burner, Rabbit and Bear Studio responded, we are moving forward with a sequel. It is very sad that Murayama is not with us anymore, but we've discussed many things with him. I hope that we will be able to carry on his legacy, and I always want to treasure his last work. I do hope that many people will support this game. So yeah, Konami might not be making Suikoden games, but I can't say much right now, but all I can say is that this is Suikoden and everything but name, so... So do look forward to the sequel. I am pleased as punch about this. I've got to say, this is great news. And now I'm here to give you some updates on some stories that I talked to you about last time. There has been a Tensei no Uta collection announced for the Nintendo Switch. This was that RPG series that was local, well, it was never localized. It was never released in America, but it was fan translated, and it was released as like Artha here in the West. If you played any of those fan translations back in the day, whenever those came out, there was 3 games. One was for the SNES. The other ones right here were for the PC Engine. And it says right here that Eiya, the developer, has officially announced that the Tensei no Uta collection for the Switch, a crowdfunding campaign, is planned via Makuake? I don't know. It will include ports of the PC Engine RPGs, Tensei no Uta and its sequel, Tensei no Uta 2, but not the SNES game, which is kind of unfortunate. And also, since it's not being planned via like Kickstarter or anything, and this looks like it's some Japanese Kickstarter or whatever, I don't know if this is going to be released in English. However, there was a Cosmic Fantasy collection released not that long ago by Limited Run Games, and that one did get released in English, even though only one of those games was actually translated into English back in the day, which was Cosmic Fantasy 2. But they went ahead and they translated the first game into English. So hopefully, we will get this in English too. I think that would be really, really cool. Another update, Cat Quest 3 is launching on August 8th, which is International Cat Day. Of course it is. So it's coming out for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC. Let's see, it says, overview of the game. I think I read this last time, but it's just so cute. Get whiskered away on the hearty cat adventure in Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean, the latest installment in the award-winning Cat Quest series. Play as a swashbuckling privateer in this 2.5D open-world action RPG set in a fantastical pirate-themed world, the Caribbean. An archipelago swarming with pirates searching for the Northern Star, a lost mythical treasure. Alongside your trusty spirit companion, set sail through the Caribbean in your very own ship, but beware, the seas are dangerous, and a mutiny is nigh as the hordes of pirates under the order of the Pirate King hunt you down. This looks super, super cute. Steamworld Heist 2 announced for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC, also on International Cat Day, August 8th. This is something that I've noticed, actually. As I've been putting together, like, my monthly RPG release videos, I've noticed that a lot of developers release their games on the exact same days. Like, there's 7 days in a week, but every single developer, like, I'll have, like, 4 games releasing on the exact same day. I don't know what that's about, if there's, like, a reason for it, if various platforms have various days that they only release games on, or if it has server updates. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I have noticed that a lot of games release on the same days. I don't know what that's about. If anybody else in the comments does, I would really like to know, because it's just interesting to me. It says, not all is well on the waves. A crisis is brewing. A water crisis. Mysteriously, this precious resource has turned deadly, corroding metal limbs and mechanical hearts. Take charge as Captain Leeway, joined by his ragtag crew of Steambox to uncover the enigmatic menace threatening the Great Sea. In Steamworld Heist 2, players set off on a humorous and thrilling adventure on the high seas, taking charge as Captain Leeway alongside a ragtag crew of Steambots. Players will explore vast horizons above and below as they set sail to solve a mystery of deadly water crisis that's causing metal limbs and mechanical hearts to corrode. They just said that. Steamworld Heist 2 plunges players into a handcraft world with the intense turn-based combat, where bullets ricochet with deadly precision, a hilarious cast and story that's unique for the strategy genre, and a toe-tappingly catchy musical universe. Sagres is now available for the Switch. This is an open-world sailing simulation RPG. Yet another, water-themed RPG. This is the third one that we've seen so far, and stupid anime hair aside, it actually looks pretty freaking cool. It says, set sail for an adventure in the Age of Discovery. Explore the seven seas of the fresh-faced ship Captain Fernando. Fresh-faced, but you can't see his face because his hair covers the entire thing. Anyway, customize your ship, battle against pirates and sea monsters, and assemble your crew to delve into the mysterious disappearance of the legendary explorer Sir Antonio. Sail around the entire world, from the snow-capped mountains of North America to the Saharan plains of Africa, via everywhere in between. So this takes place in the real world. I love that. Discover hundreds of real locations, set up vital trade routes, and search local markets for new goods to trade. You know what? There was a game called Nostalgia back on the Nintendo DS, and it was kind of a spiritual successor to Skies of Arcadia, with discoveries and all that kind of stuff. But it took place in a steampunky 1800s Victorian London, and you had airships and everything. And whereas Skies of Arcadia has its own planet, this game took place in the real world, and that's what I really, really, really loved about it. And I love RPGs that take place in the real world. Anyway. Arm yourself to the teeth with a plethora of swords, guns, cannons, and armor as you fight against pirates, thieves, wild animals, and mythical creatures. Can you become the master and commander of a unique rock, paper, scissors turn-based combat system? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has been announced for the PS5, Xbox, and PC due out sometime this year. We do not know when. It is an open-world action RPG, and it is a sequel to Kingdom Come Deliverance. And it said it's set amidst the chaos of a civil war in 15th century Bohemia. And you are Henry of Skalitz, an ordinary man doing extraordinary things, caught in a gripping tale of revenge, betrayal, and discovery as he embarks on an epic journey from humble blacksmith's forge to the court of kings, as he searches for purpose in this beautiful but brutal medieval world. So it's like pauper to prince sort of thing. From bustling city streets to lush forests, discover this open-world medieval Europe through an unforgettable adventure filled with action, thrill, and wonder. Looks pretty neat, if I do say so myself, if you're into these sorts of games. Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming to the PS5, PS4 on July 15th. It is currently already available for the PC. It's going to be costing $40, but there is a bundle that includes the downloadable content, The Binding Blade, which will be available for $45, and you can go ahead and pre-order right now. It said that this is a turn-based roguelike road trip of the damned. Form a party, equip your stagecoach, and set off across the decaying landscape on a last gasp quest, my god, it's like a tongue twister, to avert the apocalypse. The greatest dangers that you face, however, may come from within. Roguelike runs, each with its own emerging story. Each expedition lasts from 30 minutes to several hours. Even an untimely end will arm you with the resources that can be spent to improve your next journey. So it seems kind of like Breath of Fire 5, I suppose, where you keep on dying, and then eventually you get strong enough to actually beat the game. Hammerwatch 2 for the PS4 and Xbox Series launches on April 23rd. However, an Xbox One version is no longer planned. It says, gather your heroes and journey beyond the dungeons of Castle Hammerwatch to explore a pixelated world like never before. Blight the Horrible and his dragon army has succeeded in the sinister plot to overthrow King Roland and bring destruction across the kingdom of Hernian. But not all is lost as hope hides deep within the sewer system, where the king's resistance movement grows strong. On the king's order, a select few of mighty and skilled heroes have been entrusted with defeating Blight's dragons and restoring the kingdom. Adventure alone or gather your party to aid King Roland's resistance, all while helping villagers along the way. Battle beasts, finish off hordes of the undead, and face the forces of evil in this epic ode to the classic action RPG. Looks to me a lot like those old Ultima games sort of thing. I hope that there's not a lot of sewer dungeons, considering that their resistance is in the sewer, but maybe that's just like their little town or whatever. I don't know. I saw this and it looks so weird, and it probably gets the award for the weirdest trailer I have ever seen as well. If you watch this thing above me, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, this is comedy RPG Athenian Rhapsody. Not Bohemian Rhapsody, Athenian Rhapsody. Launching on May 14th for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, PC, mobile as well. And it's coming out May 14th. The game, made by a solo developer, focuses on tongue-in-cheek storytelling and vibrancy, and sees players explore the colorful world of Athens while making friends, engaging in various minigames, drawing bosses to fight, and partaking in challenges, all in the name of writing your own rhapsody on the disgusting toilet. Apparently, that is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Are you ready for the craziest game ever? Can the developer of the game do a backflip? No, he can't, but maybe one day. But for now, he's too scared. I don't know. This whole about section is odd. We have an odd trailer, an odd game, and an odd about section, so if you're looking for an odd RPG, I think you may have found one. Anyway, it says that this is a super fresh, one-of-a-kind comedy RPG which will explore the world of Athens. Your goal is to build your very own rhapsody, the story of you and your epic tale in this world. You'll be faced with many challenges, and you'll have to fight or hug your way through the world by either battling or awkwardly trying to make your friends with your opponents through esoteric knowledge, abstract jokes, memory games, or other strange and funny interactions. This looks very, very, very weird, I've got to say. A lot of people have been asking for this. One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch on July 26th, worldwide, and it includes the downloadable content Reunion of Memories as well. This already came out last year for the other consoles, but now it is coming to the Switch, and to me, just looking at the game, like, it looked like I was shocked that this wasn't on the Switch because, just look at it. It looks like a Switch RPG, you know what I mean? So it says, in One Piece Odyssey, players take control of each member of the Straw Hat crew in exploration of turn-based command battle, as they cross paths with an incredible storm leading them astray on the strange, mysterious island of Wafford. While the Thousand Sunny is almost sunk and left in tatters, while exploring the island and its ancient ruins, they met with Adio and Lim, two inhabitants of Wafford. After being deprived of their strength by the mysterious power of Lim, a new daring journey begins for the crew with new characters and monsters designed by, oh good god, Eiichiro Oda, as well as an original storyline intertwined with memories of their past adventures. So it includes the Reunion of Memories additional scenario that can be played after clearing the main game, as well as extra outfits for the Straw Hat crew with the traveling outfits and the Sniper King's traveling outfit. In addition, the City of Water outfits will make their debut on the Nintendo Switch version. So if you missed this back on the PS4, Xbox, PS5, you can go ahead and grab it now for the Switch. And now we have a whole bunch of Atlus news. This is an Atlus exclusive. Metaphor ReFantazio livestream is being set for April 22nd. I will be covering this on my channel. Seems like a no-brainer. I cannot wait for this game. This game looks fantastic. It's going to be 30 minutes of Metaphor news coming on April 22nd at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You will be able to watch it in English, Japanese, traditional Chinese. It says that it's going to feature the latest information, never before seen gameplay of the game, and it says the English live stream will feature English subtitles with a dubbed audio. So yeah, I am chomping at the bit for more information about this game. It looks so freaking cool. It's like Persona meets high fantasy, with a cool battle system and just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world to explore. This looks right up my alley. Odd, but here we go. Gmod Archives Plus Persona 3 Aegis, the first mission has been announced for the Switch and PC. No release date has yet to have been announced. It says that it's going to be releasing in Japan. We do not know if this is going to be releasing in America yet. It says that this was an action RPG that was originally launched for telephones in 2007 in Japan, and it was very hard to find footage of the game, but that's what I got right here. Here's an overview, and I'm going to read all of the overview because I just don't know anything about this game. This work features Aegis, who appeared in Persona 3 as a main character, a 3D action RPG distributed on feature phones as a side story. The story takes place in 1999 at the Kajiro Ergonomics Institute in Yakushima when Type 7 Aegis arrives on the island. An incident occurs during a training exercise. The past story of Aegis, which was never told in the main story of Persona 3, is now revealed. In addition to original characters, characters that appeared in the main story also appear. Additionally, the familiar Persona system from the series is still alive and well in this game. Raise Aegis' level, strengthen her equipment, and conquer the shadows that appear on the island. This is great as far as game preservation is concerned. I just have to say this because, there's all these telephone games that come out and then they lose their service and they just think that they're like lost forever. But they're actually porting this over to keep it in circulation so that more people can play it. I think this is wonderful. The setting of this work is Yakushima, 10 years before. They already said this. They already said that too. I'm not going to read all that. They already said all that stuff. As you defeat enemies, you'll gain experience points and Aegis will level up. You can also purchase equipment using the money to go along with your experience points. In particular, there are 3 types of weapons, each with their own unique attack methods, so it's fun to switch them out depending on the battle situation and preference. Equipment can be purchased at the workshop and the lab. The workshop also sells other items which have effects such as restoring Aegis' hit points. The persona that could be said to feature of the original work is alive and well in this work. Why do they keep on repeating themselves? Help Aegis with powerful attacks and support skills. However, once used, the soul points will be consumed, and it cannot be used until the gauge returns to full through recovery over time. So yeah, if you are looking forward to Aegis' backstory or this kind of lost game that was released, now you can play it. Probably in Japanese, maybe it will get released in English. Hopefully. I mean, they know how popular the Persona series is in the West, so they'd be a fool not to release this in the West as well. Midori says Persona 1 and 2 will get remakes too. We've heard a lot from her. Everything that she says comes true. There's been a lot of rumors swirling around in regards to Sega and Atlus's future plans. A big reason for this is that insider information has become from Midori. She's the same user that leaked the existence of Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica well before they were officially announced. She has more information to share, and she reconfirmed information that she previously said that Persona 4 is still getting a remake. However, that's not all. Midori also mentioned on Twitter that Persona 1 and 2 are also going to be receiving remakes, not remasters, remakes. So here's the little exchange. It says, Persona 1 and 2 need a remake more than 4. That's not a hot take at all, guys. I'm pretty sure Atlus knows this too. Let's all take a deep breath. It's pretty obvious as far as I'm concerned too. Yeah, they totally need remakes. So then she goes on to say, yeah, Persona 1 and 2 are going to receive remakes too. So look forward to that. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. But, yeah, we're going to be getting remakes for Persona 1 and 2 as well. That's so freaking cool. And our final story of the day, not really RPG related, but my childhood related. And Golden Axe is getting an animated series by Comedy Central, of all things. This is like a side-scrolling beat-em-up game that came out for the Sega Genesis way back in the day. I remember playing it at my uncle's house. When I was a kid, we didn't have a Sega, but he did, so I'd play it there. It says here, in a hilarious and loving homage to Sega's 1989 video game series Golden Axe, it follows veteran warriors Axe Battler, Tyrus Flare, and Gilius Thunderhead as they once again battle to save Yuria from the evil giant Death Adder, who just won't seem to stay dead. Fortunately, this time they have the inexperienced and underprepared Hampton Squid on their side. Woo, that should help them out a lot. So, Matthew Riss plays Gilius Thunderhead, a grumpy battle dwarf with exceptionally poor hygiene and a chip on his shoulder. Danny Purdy is Hampton Squid, a naive, inexperienced first-time adventurer who's dreamt of questing his entire life. He hopes that his can-do attitude can make up for his inability to actually do anything. Lisa Gilroy is Tyrus Flare, a fearsome battle sorceress, deadly in a fight and even deadlier with a sharp wit. Liam McIntyre is Axe Battler, a barbarian warrior with a strict code of honor and sweet golden retriever demeanor. His brawn outweighs his brains, and his heart outweighs his brawn. And Carl Tart as Kronos, evil late. Originally from Golden Axe 2, is a 100% badass humanoid panther. At least that's how Kronos described himself. In reality, he's uncomfortably cheesy, and he can't read a room. So I just think that this was like just a cool little story, and I just wanted to share it because it's Golden Axe, and it's retro, and it's my childhood, and why not? So that's it for the news. Again, make sure that if you're in Vegas, come and see me next weekend at the conference, and if you're in Pasadena back in June, come see me at the SoCal Gaming Expo as well. Cannot wait to see all y'all, and as always, have a good day.